As a dog owner, you might think that your pup is completely safe in the home. However, there are a variety of everyday household items and substances that can be fatal to our furry friends if ingested, inhaled, or handled without care. From toxic food items to plants and cleaning products, all can have deadly consequences for dogs. In this video, we'll explore some common household items and substances that you should keep away from your pup at all costs to ensure their health and safety. In this video, we talk about 19 household items that can kill your dog, and you need to put them far away. Item number 1. Rat poison. Rat poison is a highly toxic substance that can be deadly for dogs. It contains the active ingredient brodifacoum, which is an anticoagulant used to kill rodents. This active ingredient works by disrupting the clotting process in animals and can cause an animal to bleed out internally or suffer from internal hemorrhaging. Symptoms of rat poisoning in dogs include depression, labored breathing, pale gums, vomiting, and bloody diarrhea. If you suspect your pet has ingested any rat poison, it is important to seek veterinary care immediately, as it can be fatal if not treated quickly. Item number 2. Antifreeze. Antifreeze is a common household item that can be extremely dangerous to dogs. It contains ethylene glycol, which is toxic to both humans and animals and can cause severe organ damage when ingested by your pet. Even in small amounts, antifreeze can be fatal to dogs. Just a tablespoon or two can lead to death. Because of this, it is important to ensure that antifreeze containers stay sealed at all times and stored safely away from your pet's reach. Additionally, make sure to clean up any spills or leaks immediately so your dog does not have access to the toxic liquid. Lastly, never leave antifreeze containers out in the open where your pet can get to them. Item number 3. Lilies. Lilies are a beautiful flower that can bring joy and beauty to the home, but they can also be highly toxic to our canine companions. Lilies of the genus Lilium and Hemerocallis contain compounds which are poisonous to dogs, leading to fatal kidney failure if not treated quickly upon ingestion. All parts of the plant, including leaves, petals, flowers, and pollen, are toxic. To keep your pup safe, make sure to keep lilies out of reach or away from their environment entirely. If you believe that your dog has been exposed to a lily plant, contact an emergency veterinarian immediately for treatment. Item number 4. Sago palm seeds. It is important to be aware that sago palm seeds are highly toxic to dogs and can even cause death. The main toxin in the seed is sikacin, which causes severe liver damage if ingested by a dog. Symptoms of poisoning may include vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, depression, seizures, and liver failure. In some cases, it can take up to several days for symptoms to appear after ingestion of the seed. If left untreated, it can lead to death within just a few days due to organ failure from the toxins present in the seed. Therefore, it is important for pet owners who have sago palms in their yard or home to keep them away from their pets as much as possible. Item number 5. Onions and garlic. Onions and garlic are toxic to dogs because they contain organosulfides and disulfides, chemicals which are damaging to a dog's red blood cells and can cause anemia. Eating any form of onion or garlic can cause gastroenteritis in dogs, causing vomiting, diarrhea, and lethargy. In severe cases, onion and garlic toxicity can cause bloody urine, jaundice, depression, and breathing problems. If your dog has eaten onions or garlic, it is important to seek veterinary care immediately since the effects can be deadly without treatment. It is best to keep onions and garlic out of your pet's reach and never give them as treats or food items. Item number 6. Chocolate. Chocolate is a common household item, but it can be deadly for dogs. Chocolate contains theobromine and caffeine, both of which are toxic to dogs in large amounts. The darker or more bitter the chocolate is, the higher its concentration of these substances will be, making it even more dangerous for your pup. Eating too much chocolate can cause vomiting and diarrhea in dogs, as well as an increased heart rate and seizures. In extreme cases, it can lead to death if left untreated by a veterinarian. It's important to keep all forms of chocolate away from your dog at all times. Item number 7. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts can be a fatal treat for dogs, as they contain an unknown toxin that can cause weakness, vomiting, tremors, and hyperthermia in our canine friends. Dogs who ingest macadamia nuts often experience hind limb paralysis, which may last for hours to days. If left untreated, this condition can lead to death. In addition to the neurological effects of macadamia toxicity, other symptoms include depression and abdominal pain. Item number 8. Grapes and raisins. Grapes and raisins are toxic to dogs, and it's important for pet owners to be aware of the potential dangers posed by these household items. While the exact cause of this toxicity is still unknown, ingestion of grapes or raisins can lead to acute kidney failure in some dogs. Ingesting even a small amount could result in severe health issues such as vomiting, diarrhea, anorexia, lethargy, and abdominal pain. If left untreated, it can even be fatal. Therefore, it is essential for dog owners to keep these foods out of reach from their pets at all times. Item number 9. Xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar substitute used in many products, including sugar-free chewing gum, baked goods, and toothpaste. It is safe for humans to consume, but it can be extremely toxic for dogs. Since xylitol is quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, even a small amount can cause an extreme drop in blood sugar levels, seizures, and potentially death. It can also cause severe liver damage in dogs. Be sure to always check the ingredients of any food product before giving it to your dog, as many items may contain xylitol without indicating so on the packaging. Item number 10. Alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages can be extremely dangerous and even deadly for dogs. Ethanol, the main psychoactive ingredient in alcohol, is quickly absorbed into a dog's bloodstream and can cause a range of medical problems, from vomiting and diarrhea to serious organ damage and even death. The type of ethanol found in alcoholic beverages can cause more severe signs of poisoning in dogs than other forms. Any kind of alcohol should never be given to a dog, and it's best to keep alcoholic drinks well out of reach at all times. If a dog consumes any amount of alcohol, contact your veterinarian or any emergency veterinary clinic immediately for advice. Item number 11. Marijuana edibles, cannabis-infused foods. Marijuana edibles are becoming increasingly popular in many households, but pet owners should be aware that these cannabis-infused foods can be toxic to dogs. THC, the psychoactive component of marijuana, is not only dangerous for pets, it can even be deadly. Dogs who ingest marijuana edibles may experience severe side effects, including vomiting, disorientation, and an inability to walk or stand. In some cases, they may even go into a coma or suffer cardiac arrest due to the large amount of THC present in these products. For this reason, it is important for pet owners to keep all marijuana edibles out of reach from their furry family members. Item number 12. Cigarette butts and ashes. Cigarette butts and ashes are some of the most dangerous household items for dogs. The toxic chemicals in cigarettes, including nicotine, arsenic, and carbon monoxide, can quickly be absorbed into a dog's system through the respiratory tract or by being ingested. Ingestion of cigarette butts or ashes can lead to vomiting, convulsions, coma, and even death. To keep your pup safe, it's best to avoid smoking around them or leaving any butts or ashes lying around where they can access them. If you suspect that your dog has ingested something related to cigarettes, seek help from a veterinarian immediately. Item number 13. Fertilizers and pesticides. Fertilizers and pesticides can be extremely toxic for dogs if ingested or even just exposed to. These chemicals contain a variety of harmful substances, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which can cause severe health complications in dogs. In some cases, they can cause organ damage and even death in pets. In addition to these hazardous elements, many fertilizers and pesticides have strong odors that can attract dogs, making it even more difficult to keep them away from these potentially life-threatening substances. Dog owners should always take preventative measures when using lawn care products in their yards, such as keeping pets indoors while the chemicals are being applied and ensuring that they don't have access to areas where it's used. Item number 14. Rawhide chews. Rawhide chews are a popular and seemingly harmless treat for dogs, but they can actually be quite dangerous. These treats may seem like a safe and healthy way to satisfy your pup's need to chew, but in reality, rawhide chews can be toxic for dogs. That's because many of them contain harmful chemicals or preservatives that could make your dog sick if ingested. Additionally, the chewing process itself can create sharp edges or small pieces that might cause choking or even intestinal blockages if swallowed. Item number 15, ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is a type of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, NSAID, commonly used by humans to treat pain, inflammation, and fever. Unfortunately, it can be highly toxic and even fatal for dogs if ingested in large amounts. While an occasional dose of ibuprofen may not be fatal to some pets, it can still cause serious side effects such as vomiting, diarrhea, decreased appetite, abdominal pain, and even kidney failure. As such, it is important to keep ibuprofen out of the reach of your pets and never give them human medication without consulting a veterinarian first. Ibuprofen should never be used for dogs unless prescribed and monitored by a veterinarian. Item number 16, insecticides. Insecticides are a common household item, but they can be deadly for dogs if ingested. Insecticides contain powerful chemicals that can cause severe poisoning in our canine companions. These substances are designed to kill insects, so it is no surprise that they can have the same effect on dogs and other animals as well. Ingesting even small amounts of insecticide can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, seizures, and even death in some cases. Therefore, it is important to keep all insecticides out of reach of your furry friend at all times. Item number 17, slug bait pellets. Slug bait pellets are extremely toxic and can be fatal to dogs if ingested. The active ingredient in many of these pellets is metaldehyde, a chemical that affects the nervous system and can cause seizures, tremors, paralysis, and even death. Metaldehyde works by blocking the neurotransmitter acetylcholine from being released at the neuromuscular junction, resulting in an uncontrolled release of the neurotransmitter. This can cause muscle tremors, seizures, and even death in animals. Item number 18, pool chemicals. Pool chemicals like chlorine and other chemical agents used to clean and maintain a swimming pool can be incredibly hazardous to dogs if ingested or if they come into contact with it. Ingesting these chemicals can cause severe health issues such as vomiting, diarrhea, central nervous system depression, respiratory problems, cardiovascular collapse, and even death in extreme cases. To protect your dog, it's important to keep chemicals out of reach and store them in a secure location. Additionally, make sure to clean up any spilled chemicals immediately and thoroughly. It's also wise to never swim in a pool with your dog while chemical treatment is being used, as they can be quickly affected by the toxins. Item number 19, household cleaners. Household cleaners such as bleach and other disinfectants can be extremely toxic to dogs if ingested or inhaled. While these products are designed to kill germs, they can also pose a serious threat to the health of your pets. Household cleaners contain a variety of chemicals that are dangerous for your dog, including chlorine, ammonia, detergents, and solvents. Be sure to store all household cleaners in a secure location where your pets cannot get to them. Now we're at the end of this video. If you got value from this video, you'll also like this video. Thanks for spending time with us.